long time ago. As the sun began to set over the small village, a group of elders gathered around a campfire. They sat in silence for a few moments, watching the flames dance and flicker in the cool evening breeze. Finally, one of the elders spoke up. "My friends," she said, "tonight I want to talk to you about the power of delegation." The others nodded in agreement, settling in for a story. You see, long ago, in this very village, there was a man named Barn. Barn was a hardworking farmer who had built a small fortune for himself and his family. But he was getting older, and he knew that he couldn't do everything himself anymore. So, he decided to delegate some of his work to his two sons. He taught them everything he knew about farming and entrusted them with the responsibility of managing the family's land. At first, the sons were hesitant. They were used to simply following their father's lead and doing what he asked them to do. But Barn knew that they were capable of more, and he encouraged them to take ownership of their work. The sons began to realize that they had many ideas of their own. They experimented with new farming techniques, worked with other farmers in the area to share knowledge and resources, and soon enough, their yields began to increase. Barn was proud of his sons and delighted to see their success. He knew that he had made the right decision in delegating some of his work to them, and that it had allowed him to focus on other important tasks that he couldn't have done alone. When we delegate tasks to others, we free up our time and energy to focus on other high-leverage activities that only we can do. One of the younger elders spoke up. "But what about when we delegate to people who aren't as skilled or trained as we are? Won't that just lead to more work for us in the long run?" The wise elder smiled. "Ah, my dear, that is where the true power of delegation comes in. When we delegate to others, we are not simply dumping work on them and walking away. We are investing in their growth and development, and we are also building our own leadership skills." She continued, "When we delegate to someone who is less skilled or experienced than we are, we have an opportunity to teach and mentor them. We can share our knowledge and expertise and help them grow into a more capable and confident person. In doing so, we not only benefit from their contributions to the task at hand, but we also create a stronger team that can take on even more challenging projects in the future." The elders nodded in agreement, impressed by the wisdom of their companion. "But delegation isn't just about handing off tasks to others," she went on. "It's also about recognizing our limits and seeking help when we need it. No one can do everything alone, and it takes courage and humility to admit when we need assistance." She paused for a moment, then added, "And finally, delegation is about trust. When we delegate to someone, we are entrusting them with a piece of our success. We are saying, 'I believe in you, and I trust that you will do a good job.' It's not always easy to trust others, but it's essential for building strong relationships and achieving great things." As the night grew darker and the stars began to twinkle in the sky, the elders sat in silence once more, reflecting on the lessons they had learned. They knew that the power of delegation was something that they would carry with them for many years to come, and they vowed to practice it in their lives and work. The wise elder smiled at the group, sensing their appreciation for her words. "Remember, my friends," she said, "delegation is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength. It allows us to achieve greater things than we ever could alone, and it empowers others to reach their full potential." The elders sat around the campfire for a while longer, chatting and sharing stories. But as the night wore on, one by one they began to retire to their homes, tired but fulfilled. As the wise elder made her way back to her dwelling, she couldn't help but feel grateful for the opportunity to share her wisdom with her fellow villagers. She knew that they would take her words to heart and that they would continue to grow and thrive as a community. And as she settled into bed that night, she smiled to herself, knowing that the power of delegation would continue to guide and inspire them for generations to come. The moral of this story is that effective delegation is an important tool for personal and organizational growth. By entrusting tasks to skilled and trained individuals, we can focus our energies on high-leverage activities and achieve greater success than we ever could alone. Delegation also empowers others to grow and develop their own skills, creating a culture of collaboration and interdependence. Remember that delegation is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength, and that it can lead to tremendous personal and professional growth for both ourselves and those around us. The end. Thank you for watching. Consider subscribing for more videos like this from this channel. We love you.